What are the top trends of 2020 for commercial real estate? Stay tuned to find out. My name is Kristian Lee. Welcome to my channel, Commercial Main Estate, where I provide information on commercial real estate to better assist you make decisions in the future. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like button or even hit the subscribe button so you know what future videos are coming up. A little bit myself real quick. I am a commercial broker, realtor at Village Commercial out of Frankfort, Illinois. Now on to our topic today, trends of 2020. As everybody knows, it's an election year. From my previous knowledge and experience over the past 15 years, election years, things stall. Everybody waits to find out who's going to be voted in as president, see how it affects the stock market, etc. I do see that trend probably happening again this year. It usually starts affecting around mid-year, and it slows down towards the third quarter into the fourth, obviously. But, we go through this every 4 years, so we all grin and bear it, and life still goes on. A tenant market. It's still a tenant's market here in this world. Tenant market. It's still a tenant's market right now. Now, especially in big box retail and office. What that means is there's a lot more space available than there are tenants. So tenants are able to take advantage of it. Per se, though, don't expect huge rate decreases. Don't expect to see your rental rates go by half and you're able to get this bottom dollar deal. It's not going to happen. Landlords still have a mortgage to pay, still got to make a profit. Some can sit on them. They're in a good investor's position. So don't expect a huge decrease in rent, but you can still make some good bargains and negotiate a decent deal if you have a broker working with you that knows the specific market and knows specifically how they can help you out. Not across the board. Every tier is not going to be able to, get you the greatest deal. Some tiers are better. Some markets are better. So just keep that in mind. Your broker will definitely understand what is going on with your specific market and your specific requirements. Right here in Chicago, we see that the Class A properties, their rent delta between the Class A and the Class B are very small. That gap's small. So Class A buildings are actually filling up faster than your Class B and Class C. And the reason for that is that delta's small. So if you're able to spend a few more dollars per square foot on your rent, you get a better building. So that's kind of how that works. But it's still a tenant's market, but the landlords will use caution and will not try to absorb all their space in bottom dollar deals. So don't expect that. In past years, office space was averaging around 200 square foot per employee. That's when everybody had their own private office. We all know that trend. Well, over the past decade or so, we went to this open office format. Only a couple offices, you have more breakout spaces for communal share, little office meeting spaces. The executives always had their office for the most part, and then a big cubicle bay. Research has found out that employees are not as productive when they're sitting right next to another employee and they're trying to do their job. I'm trying to do my job, phone calls back and forth. They weren't as productive. More socializing happened, more distractions in case. Well, in that trend, about 10 years ago, we went down to 150 per square foot per employee. That trend is now moving back to more office space, private offices for businesses. I don't see it going up to 200 square feet per employee, but somewhere between the 150 per square foot to 200. Now, the difference is this going to be a huge absorption? You're going to get more space, right? No, because now we're also working with mobile people working from home, working elsewhere, all on the, you got Skype, you've got all these different meeting platforms to use the internet. So they're probably not going to make a huge flux of change. It's just the office layouts are going to change with less employees that are actually going to be within that office. Another thing that's going to be a big trend here is second tier markets are becoming first tier. And what that means is you'll still have your big cities, Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, and the big cities are still going to be there. Employers still want to go there to get the employees. But what they're seeing now is what they expect, and companies are seeing the benefit of going to second tier cities such as Portland, Salt Lake, Austin, Nashville. In these areas, they're able to get reduce of occupancy costs and labor costs and still have a good driving force of employees. So expect to see some growth in those second tier markets because those are going to be the ones that companies are now trying to take advantage of. And we've seen this with Amazon and everything else. Shared office space and co-working space. It has been a growing market over the last couple years. I see no difference that it's going to change. It's going to keep going. It's keep going to go forward, and they're going to grow, such as WeWorks. Keep that in mind. I do see that those companies that are using shared office space are going to expand to a point that they can't be in shared office space. It's just the difference of taking your small office. You get your 300 square feet, your 500, your 1,000 square feet, or your small industrial shops. People want to move it out of their garage, move it out of their house, get a space, but then they start growing their business. Well, then they need to move up to the 2,000, 5,000. So this is just the WeWorks in the shared office space, I believe, is just a concept that's basically been around. It's just more accessible and easier. But those businesses will move onto a bigger space, and the new companies will come in that are moving out of their houses, out of their garages. So I see that continue the trend to happen. So I don't think much difference between the 2019 and 2020. I do see little differences, but I believe this is going to be a steady year until we hit a little bump with the election. So that's what I see trending for 2020 for commercial real estate. Again, my name is Kristian Lee. If you do like this video, please hit the like button and share it. Until we meet next time, live for today, fight for tomorrow.